YouTube, by the time this goes up, I will probably be neck deep in my Toxic Avenger comparison videos, because I have 3 DVDs, or 2 DVDs, a Blu-ray, and a 4K of the first Toxic Avenger to do. So, I wanted to give you all something a little special. So, you're going to get 2 videos, 2 reviews in one. This will go up, and hopefully it can buy time until I'm done with my Toxic Avenger review. This is Curse of the Screaming Dead. You may be going, but Jerry, what's Curse of the Screaming Dead? I've never heard of it. Well, maybe you've heard of it as Curse of the Cannibal Confederates. What can I say about this movie? The making of is way more interesting than this movie. The zombies do not appear until 40 minutes into this movie. The movie is very boring. Even for a zombie movie, it's boring. And what's very strange, and I apologize if there's a cat, what's very strange, cat outside the door, what is very strange about this movie is 3 people get outside and talk outside an RV. So there's 3 people in the shot. They are talking to a woman against a tree. So it's 3 people here, camera turn, 1 woman in front of a tree, which was clearly shot later, and not at the same time. And that is a lot of this movie. Like, somebody shoots, and then you see a zombie go like this. That is a lot. Like, there's a lot of cuts when there really doesn't need to be. Like, it looks like half the film was shot at one section and the other half in another, and they only had 1 actor that day. It's very strange. The ending credits say, a cast worth remembering, and nobody's going to remember this movie. Lloyd Kaudman, Uncle Lloydie, president of Troma and creator of the Toxic Avenger, said this movie is one of the worst Troma pickups. I don't disagree. It's very boring. The Blu-ray does have an audio commentary. Didn't listen to it, but I did watch the Making of documentary, and the Making of reveals there's a connection with Don Dohler, because one of the actors, his family's yard was used in Night Beast, and he is also an actor in Night Beast. The guy's last name is Gummer. I do not remember the first. I keep wanting to say Bert, but I know it's not Bert Gummer, because Bert Gummer is the guy from Tremors. But anyway, there's a Don Dohler connection in this. Stephen Thrower shows up for some reason. I did not watch Night of Hell, or what's the other film called? Let's see if I can find it. Night of Horror. I did not watch Night of Horror because, as boring as Curse of the Screaming Dead is, I've heard Night of Horror is even worse. So, Curse of the Screaming Dead, do I recommend it? This will be very odd, because do I recommend you see this movie? No. Do I recommend this Blu-ray? Yes. See, while I don't recommend either movie, like I said, I didn't watch the first one, I just watched Curse of the Screaming Dead, but this comes with both of them. Curse of the Screaming Dead, boring, not entertaining, yet the making of is very interesting and very entertaining. So that's interesting to me. And it's also interesting that they have zombie makeup effects that range from, hey, this could actually look good, to, oh, they just went down to, I know this was filmed in like the late 70s, early 80s, but like, hey, let's just go to Spirit Halloween and pick up a rubber mask. Because one zombie, actually the one shown here, is just a rubber mask zombie. Like I said, it's boring, but I do recommend, if Vinegar Syndrome still has this, pick it up for the making of, if nothing else. The making of and the Stephen Thrower stuff, and it interviews other people involved with this. So, yeah, a weird one in that I cannot recommend this movie. I cannot say you go out of your way to see this movie. But I do recommend you get this Blu-ray for the making of. I know that's strange. So, I'm going to leave it off here, but I will be back because, of course, they mentioned Don Dohler, and I haven't watched it yet, so I'm pairing this with Night Beast. So I will be right back with my review of Night Beast.